Hi guys, today we're going to go and unbox Ownboard's latest mini skateboard. It's called the Ownboard M1. This is their top of the line latest mini skateboard. Let's go and take a look. Let me go and open it for you guys. Inside you will see the actual board. So this is about I think a 29-inch board. Alright, I'll go ahead and show you guys the board. Alright, here in a second. Let me show you what's in the rest of the box real quick. It actually comes with 2 extra set of pulleys. Now the board itself comes with standard ABEC pulleys, but these are Kegel pulleys. So Kegel pulleys are Kegel wheels, the orangutan wheels that are used on boosted boards. You can also use those wheels, which is really nice. It also comes with extra belt covers. I think this is for the Kegel. And it comes with a USB Type-C cable, most likely for the controller. Yes, it does have a LCD controller, which I'll show you. Also, it does have it has some extra bearings. These are actually larger than normal bearings. Extra nuts, motor screws probably. And also it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra belts. All right, that's really nice. It also comes with a blue skateboard tool, and it comes with a LED brake lights that you can put on. That's really nice. That's USB chargeable, so you can put that on the back of your board. It also comes with extra waterproofing double adhesive backing for the battery box and the motor controller. Of course, it does come with a standard charger. All right, this is rated for 42 volts, 3 amps, so this is gonna charge your battery fast. And the version I ordered is actually comes with a Samsung 40T batteries. That's all it's in the box. This is actually my second Ownboard that I have ordered, and the first board was the Ownboard Bamboo AT, the bigger one, and it also came with a lot of accessories. But this is what the board looks like. I actually just rode it for the first time. A very nice build. It comes with 90mm 78A wheels. These are super comfy, absorbs a lot of shock. It comes with 3 risers to lift you off and also dampen your ride. And this is a soft riser. There's 3, I think 1/8 risers in there, which is really nice. It's got a battery meter. You can see I'm still at 100%, so you can always check your battery by pressing that button. It's got it's an actual metal battery box and metal motor controller box. The reason why metal is very important, metal dissipates heat faster, so when you're riding, your battery will stay cooler, your ESC will stay cooler. So kudos to that. Nice waterproofing here, and also you've got 5045 motors. These are pretty much the motors used on the smaller skateboards. It's not my favorite. It doesn't give you the most power, but it's not bad at all. All right, very nice, clean build. I'm actually really surprised. Now, I just rode it once and I already have clipping here, so that could be something that could be improved upon. There is also wheel bites preventing cutouts here, which is really nice. This is the top of the line Ownboard that I paid $5.99 for. Now, they have the crappier battery or with the Samsung 40T batteries. I highly recommend the Samsung 40T. It's gonna give you more capacity and especially more power. All right, so the reason I got this, let's go ahead and power it up real quick. There is an extra power button over here also. You'll see your board battery and your remote battery. You can go ahead and change from level 1 to 3. You can also go backwards, hit it double, then it's gonna go backwards, hit it double, it's gonna go forwards. So this is on the Pro setting. Let me accelerate for you guys. So pretty nice sound. Let me go slow. Real nice and smooth. And boom shakalaka. All right, very nice remote. Very nice remote. This is a Hobbywing remote. It has Hobbywing ESC. It's very, very smooth. You'll see that when I go slow, you won't hear some weird like on a boosted Mini S or Mini X. It is super smooth because it's using FOC, sine waves, instead of the older square waves, which makes your motor run much, much quieter. That's another reason why boosted went out of business, because all these newer boards are using the new sine waves, and the board runs much, much quieter, while boosted is still using BLDC, straight up square BLDC, and it just and it's the problem with boosted Mini S is that the gearing is so high, so it's actually running the motor's running much harder for the same thing. Now, let's go ahead and go for a ride real quick. My first ride I just did. Let's go ahead and take a look. Hi guys, so it's a pretty exciting day. Ownboard M1. Let's see how it goes up my hill, as usual. And let's see how it feels. We're going around my neighborhood. All right. So it does go up the hill about 10-11 miles per hour. That's about same as the boosted Mini S. I feel like actually the Meepo is faster. The Meepo. I'm actually on level 3 here. So I'm thinking this board, even though it has Samsung 42 NS2P battery, which is supposed to be ideal for getting a ton of energy, but you see what happens is, as soon as I hit the acceleration, it'll actually hit the top and it will actually slow down. You see that? You hear that? It sort of accelerates and it slows down. So somehow this board has more power, but it's been limited by the software, probably to keep it safe. But we'll go ahead and attack some more hills here. I mean, it's not slow at all. It's just as fast as like a Mini S. But for hills, I'm saying it's sort of limited, and it's not as fast as I would like. But I really like the length of the board. Really like how the kicktail sort of is actually pointing slightly up. This is pretty much my regular route here. Curves real well, very stable. Now, it should be able to go much faster on flat ground, but I think the way Ownboard had designed this board is that they didn't design it, they limited it basically. So yeah, these hills, I would go way faster like on my Mad Max Mini, my DIY one. And then the Meepo, I think, is actually faster, which is hub. I can just literally feel it. I'll have a full test later, but also another thing you can do obviously is replace the ESC on this with a custom VESC, and you'll be able to actually have more power out of it. I just know this because I've been building boards just like this with exact same setup, actually even a low powered setup, and it goes hills way better. We will also do a range. The range should be pretty good because it's a 10S2P. It's got about 240 watt hour. So we'll go ahead and go a little bit further into my neighborhood. This is the top of my neighborhood pretty much. We just came up a ton of hills. Oh, I accidentally turned to level 3. So from a dead stop, let's try going, this is slight uphill. Accelerate. Acceleration is a little bit slow, but Wow, now it's starting to really accelerate. So it's been limited. The board itself has been limited not to accelerate from the beginning, but I'm getting pretty good speeds now. I'm at 18 miles per hour, 19. Woo! Now I did tighten up the trucks a little bit. So slightly uphill, it's still going 19. So you should be able to get nice. I think the specs was about 25 miles per hour, so that's plenty fast enough for this small, tiny board. Not tiny, but I'm gonna have to really adjust the trucks a little bit. But not bad at all, actually. This is still better than, better range than the boosted Mini S. Let's go over here. Let's try stopping, but it's really quiet and stops really well. So yeah, I mean, it's so much quieter. Hear this engine. Let me turn on the sound. So I have my camera right next to the motor here, and you'll see how quiet it is. All right, it is using two 5045 motors. Using Hobbywing ESC. The good thing with Hobbywing ESC is it uses a new sine wave, which actually makes the motors run super quiet, just like the ESC. So you're going to be able to go much more stealth than something like a boosted board. Another reason why boosted went out of business is because they have old technology, their board is loud, and it's not very efficient. Also about 2-to-1 gearing, I think, on this. Now, I think you can totally get this thing going a lot faster. Like I said, the programming on this Hobbywing has definitely been limited, just to keep it safe, not too fast. So acceleration has been limited. I can totally feel it. But it's fine. It keeps everything safe. And as far as going hills, you're gonna do fine. San Francisco, it's gonna do fine. I'm just telling you, this got exact same performance as like a Mini S or a Mini X. I pay $599 for this, but it's got more range, or about the same range as a Mini X, which is $1,000. This is $599. All right, so I do highly recommend this board, I would say, for those of you who want to get a small board. The biggest thing with this board really isn't the motors, anything else, it's the battery tech. So it's got a Samsung 40T, which is a 21700 battery. Most of the older skateboard batteries use 18650. 18650 is sort of getting old nowadays. It's the old tech. And all my DIY electric skateboards, I'm building like 12S 2P, 12S 1P with 21700. So it's bigger batteries. Now boosted actually uses 266500 batteries. The reason why they use that is for the larger power output. Now the problem with 266500 batteries, they're double the volume, so it takes up so much room. That's why boosted boards, they don't have like 12S 3P. They just have very you know, small setup. Like they have a 12S 1P for the Mini S. All right, which is gonna give you a lot of power, but it's not gonna give you a lot of range. So Boosted's model was made like 3-4 years ago. So their battery tech is great for 3 to 4 years ago, but now we have much better battery tech. We can make that same battery power output with 21700 batteries, the one in this board, and make it as powerful, because you get 45 amps maximum continuous output per cell.
under 80 degrees Celsius. And let's see how it handles this massive hill downwards. Real smooth. One thing I really like is the wheels. Now with the belt-driven wheels, the good thing is that you're gonna have ability to change your wheels. Now with the Meepo Mini ER that I unboxed the other day, the wheels are gonna be a little bit uncomfortable because with hub wheels, you just don't have a lot of urethane because it's mostly motor, if you think about it. So you could swap the wheels out on this, and I will. I'm gonna actually swap it out for a 97 millimeter. And I've got these wheels that glow in the dark. Not glow in the dark, it's got LEDs. So I can have it a little bit brighter. So real smooth. I really like the 90 millimeter wheels. Very, very nice wheels. Oh, this feels so smooth. Woohoo! It feels very stable, going pretty fast. Not fast, but I would say the wheels are actually excellent because the 90 millimeter wheels are just perfect. Now on a boosted Mini S, you get an 83 millimeter, so it's just much smaller wheels and not as comfortable. But I feel like 90 is actually the sweet spot for asphalt riding. All right, just smooth asphalt or slightly rough asphalt. And I think that's the size most, longboard downhillers actually use. All right, until, so I really like the wheel size. Of course, you can easily swap these out. The parts are easy to get. So that's another great thing about these boards, is really easy to repair. It's not like boosted boards, like using proprietary pulley sizes. I opened up my Mini S and I was like, oh, I was gonna make a bunch of tutorial how to repair, but the problem with boosted is that they use two different sizes. So you got the wheel size, the bearing size, and then you got an inner pulley size that must match the other side. So there's two sizes, which makes it sort of hard to work with. So going uphill, I'm 10 to 11 miles per hour. Let's see if will it go up this thing? Oh yeah, these wheels are pretty big, not bad at all.
Okay guys, so there's a lot to like about this board. It's really nicely built. It's got pretty decent motors, 5045. It's got nice, quiet Hobby ESC that works quite well. Now the thing with Hobbywing ESC is that you can't upgrade or customize it yourself, but you have plenty of room to replace it with a custom VESC that you're going to be able to take maybe 30 to 40% more power out of it. Because based on my first ride, this board has been limited by the manufacturer to keep it safe and to give it more range. So you're not getting the full power out of these motors, in my opinion. So I'll definitely do a hack, a mod, where I'll replace the VESC and make this board much faster. And another good thing with these Chinese boards is that it's really easy to replace the motor yourself and upgrade it later on. Unlike boosted boards, which is like literally impossible. The problem with boosted boards is they use a lot of proprietary pulleys and stuff and just makes it hard to find. But these are all universal skateboard parts you can find. Again, the Samsung 40T is the key. The 10S2P in here gives you a total of 90 amps of continuous maximum output under 85 degrees Celsius. All right, that's basically what's most important about this board. And it's perfect right now in terms of power, range. It's going to be way better than a Mini S, double the range than the Mini S, about the same power as the Mini S or the Mini X. Gonna give you more range than the Mini X also. Now, the most importantly, the cost is $599. Mini S is $750. Mini X is $999. And those guys went out of business because they're selling these things for way much. This is literally better than both Mini S and Mini X. Not in terms of the design or anything like that, but as far as functionally, the ride is super smooth, especially the 90mm wheels. They're just so comfy. And the accessory that it comes with, that you can replace this with Kegel wheels or any wheels you want. So I have these LED wheels I ordered that just came, so I'm gonna replace it with those, so at night it will light up my board, so keep it safer. Really like this board. Again, for myself personally, because I live on super steep hills, I would like to go up to the steep hills a little faster, but on flat ground it's gonna go faster than you want. You're never gonna actually maximize it, because on a small board like this, it's gonna be just hard. Now, you guys remember I unboxed the Meepo Mini 2 ER. Is it the Mini 2? Yeah, this one also has the same Samsung 40T batteries. The only difference is it uses hub wheels. So I just rode this right after I did the first ride to just give you a first ride experience. The Meepo is a lot more heavier due to the hub motors, because the hub motors have the motors built into the actual wheel, so it gets much heavier. But this has got bigger motors. All right, and with the 40T, you're actually able to maximize the hub motors a little bit better, whereas the Ownboard is actually a little limited. So going up the hill, it's about the same, actually, about the same. I would say even the Meepo could be slightly faster. Now on flat ground acceleration, Meepo accelerates much faster thanks to the bigger motors. Now, so the Meepo is slightly heavier. The Ownboard M1 is slightly lighter, about the same torque going uphill, about the same speed, but on flat ground, you actually get more torque with the hub wheels. Now with the hub wheels, this is completely waterproof. You can get the motors wet. It's pretty much, everything's enclosed. There's nothing to actually get wet. Another advantage is that there's absolutely no resistance if you run out of battery. So when you run out of battery, you can use it just like a regular skateboard. The Ownboard also has very small resistance thanks to the small motors, but the hub motor is obviously going to be better. Now with hub motors, you're not going to be able to replace the whole wheel. You're going to have to get special wheels that are designed for this hub motor right here. So the problem with hub motors is that 80% of this is motor, and you have like 10 or 20% urethane. So the comfort level is not the same as having a whole wheel. In terms of comfort also, the Ownboard M1 is much more comfortable than the Meepo. This board picks up way more vibration than the Ownboard. So there's advantages and disadvantages to each of these boards. But I would actually prefer this one, because with the belt, you can actually upgrade the motors. You can do that on the hub, but there's not too many choices with the motors you can get. There's only like a few different sizes. But with this, you can even upgrade it to a huge motor if you want. You can swap out the wheels. You can change it to like an ATR wheel if you want, like a super large wheel. So the things you can do after you get the board and you get tired of it, it's endless on a belt-driven mini skateboard like this. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I feel like they didn't engineer it with this powerful 40T battery. They could definitely get maybe 20-30% more power out of it, because I built my own DIY boards with exact same setup, and this is very underpowered for the battery setup they put on here. Alright, but that's pretty much it. I'll have a full review maybe after use it for a couple of weeks. If you guys want to see a full comparison between this board and also the Meepo and also the review, go ahead and subscribe to my new channel, Dr.E Skateboard. That's going to be where most of my future electric skateboard videos will be. I'll keep doing unboxing videos on my main channel here at Max Lee. But have a great day, and as always, stay